I've never been the one that manages to catch any attention online. Alongside with other social media platforms that can shyly offer my daily life to the world, I started my own blog as well, only to ditch it after a passionate 4 months of posting. My younger self couldn't bear the lack of likes, comments, and visitors, and had eventually given up. It's been 16 years ever since my fascination ended, and my habit of checking inboxes was long gone. I'd even forgotten about the blog in question, just like my other childhood endeavors. So when an email bot informed me that I got a comment, I was rather intrigued. The comment was private, unlike the other comments I sometimes got. Under the stupid thread of comments of me and my friend arguing, it stuck out by its simpleness. Love the jam, keep going. My hand stilled on the mouse. At first, I almost smiled. It was clearly posted by someone who is sort of wonky with the whole comments thing, reminding me of my younger self. Even though it was just another encouraging phrase you sometimes wrote without thinking. The person couldn't have really enjoyed my post of a homemade 2 yellow peach jam that was leaking from the top. This random comment could have remained as interesting if it had stopped there. Soon, I got 2, maybe 3 email notifications every day. They always directed a blog page. Always a comment, always by the same person. The post of my marble collection, which had no comments before, now proudly had one. Rubble Man. And the post of me whining about not having enough allowance to buy sweets had a comment too. Christian's candy is good. You'll like it, alley to the left. I was confused. Finding my blog should have been hard enough. It didn't have any useful information or general purpose, and even if the person happened to come across it by obsessively scrolling through the platform, why did they leave a comment so regularly? And why always private? Was this all just a joke? So far, my blog visitor count was always 1. And I started dreading the attention. Even though the comments were mostly harmless, even though they couldn't harm me through the screen. But it didn't stop. I didn't bother pinpointing exactly when this person wrote their comments. It seemed random, and it seemed more clear that I can't catch this person in action. I mentally calculated. I had 52 posts. The person will have nothing to comment on after 26 days or so, and then, at last, I would be allowed to push away that piece of memory once more. I just had to wait. I decided to check the comments when this ordeal ended. Checking them every day seemed to be taking a toll on my already fragile mind, and work itself was intense recently. I blocked the email notification, logged out of the blog site, and tried hard not to think about this stranger. It worked. Almost. After about a month, I settled down in my room to finally check the comments once and for all. My expectations were not failed. There was a fresh comment on each post. Feeling my pulse stutter against my throat, I clicked on the first post that I stopped reading. It was a simple picture of me, dressed up, standing in front of the merry-go-round with the typical annoyed look that children give when they're forced to pose. The picture was blurry from the neon lights, and people passing by looked like giant black shadows. The comment read, "Teddy wants you our childa." Heart emoticon. I had to read it twice before reading again. It didn't make sense. Who was Teddy? And what did the word childa even mean? Then I saw the picture again. Little me was clutching a furry brown lump. I remember having a teddy bear. Did teddy mean a teddy bear? Maybe. It seemed unreasonable. But it was a strange thing to comment on since you can't even tell what I was clutching in the picture unless you knew. The other comments were the same, unreasonable sentences over and over again. I slowly grew irritated. This had to be a joke. A very obsessive, disturbing joke. I was planning to stop reading soon when I clicked on an unread post, and my heart nearly stopped at the sight. It was a grainy picture of 4 children, all different heights, gangly and awkward. I was the kid on the very right, wearing a bandana while showing off my lopsided grin. A shadow fell on the pavement in front of the kids, presumably belonging to the one who took this picture. The shadow was short. He was short. It occurred to me now that it probably took him effort to properly angle the camera, to capture the taller kids fully in frame so their heads would fit in too. I was relieved that he was the one who took this picture, invisible in the picture except for the shadow. I didn't want to see him again, after everything. The comment on this one read, "Water fast. I'm cold." The post's title was Adventurer. The older kids called it one. Crossing the river behind the mill, looking for the abandoned boat someone swore they saw drifting there. I remember begging the older kids that I was old enough to go. I always admired them. Every summer, I was always at their heels. I remember him crying when I left him standing with the camera. He wasn't supposed to follow us. The comment on this one read, "I'm cold." I couldn't even swallow as I scrolled down at last. The next post would be 2 months after this one. This next one was a mess of typos. I had bragged about the treasure hunt we went on alongside with folded papers and paper trinkets. In the last line, I had wrote, "We left early because it got dark." The new comment read, "Teddy, where are you?" I stared at it until the words bled into each other. Then I scrolled further. The next post was a picture of his shoe. Abandoned, missing a pair. I had uploaded it for some reason years ago. Probably thought it looked artsy. One sneaker lying by the reeds. The thought made me sick. And the comment read, "Remember Teddy? I saw him in the water. He said, 'Come play.'" The police said it was an accident. He slipped. No one blamed me. Not out loud. They said it fast, over and over again. I was clutching a cold cocoa. You couldn't have known. It wasn't your fault. But I did know. I knew he wanted to come. I knew he was following. I just didn't look back. That last one made my stomach twist. The post it appeared on wasn't supposed to be public. It was a draft I saved back in 2009. I remember I never got around to finishing it. I don't remember uploading it. There was no other text other than the photo I'd taken. But I took that photo recently, not years ago. Last weekend, actually. Down by the river. The river looked the same. Except there was something in the background now, something pale against the reeds, like a face half reflected in the current. "Don't close it." I got another comment while I was still staring. Found Teddy. I reached down and yanked the plug out. The screen instantly went dark. But the email notification sound came again, louder than ever. Once, twice, and then over and over, until it became a single tone. I grabbed my phone. The motion seemed slow, as if I was dreaming. My fingers eventually stilled on the link that led to the post. I clicked. The newest comment was already waiting. Turn around. Thank you so much for listening to my narration of this wonderful story. Don't forget to support the author, which I have linked in the description, as well as the original story. And I just want to give a quick shout out to my patrons, Scott, Old Penguin, Ellie Hutmeyer, Mr. Sankofa, Austin My Love, Rinku Star, William Hartley, Cupcake Hips, Alonzo, Icy Narrates, Jesse Hartley, Eric Cifuentes, Lawrence Wallen, and Melissa Perez. I also try to link a different charity or a different cause every month and maybe a little more. So don't forget to check out the description to support the author of the story you just listened to and to maybe help somebody else out, even if it's just $1. As always, if you guys have a prayer request, please let me know in the comments, shoot me a message on Discord. I would love to know how I can be praying for you. Thank you guys so much. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video.